You can also listen to us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/The Clock Cleaners.
Hello and welcome to the Clock Cleaners podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Keith.
And today we will be reviewing Smackdown from 7/11.
Yes.
So Amazon Prime Day or Free
yes.
Slurpee Day.
There you go.
Depending on if they do that all over the place.
I don't know. I think my 7-Eleven was out of Slurpees pretty early in the morning.
Well, I think they only get a certain amount of cups or something.
It's the worst 7-Eleven on the island anyway.
That's true.
Terrible place.
So, anyway.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
All right.
Place pisses me off. They never have anything.
And their regular coffee is always blueberry flavored.
Yeah.
That's happened on multiple occasions.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, so how did you feel about SmackDown Live this week?
It was SmackDown. Outside of the opening and the main event, it was just kind of your typical show.
So what you're saying is John Cena makes SmackDown better?
It makes it more interesting.
It's true.
I'm not going to say it made it better.
This week was probably, with the exception of last week's episode, the best one they've had in a while.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, no, just because the energy was up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Because it seems like there was no direction. Everyone seemed like they were kind of like floundering in terms of...
Oh, yeah.
So
total free-for-all.
I think with John Cena there, the crowd gets into it easily,
Mm-hmm.
or more easily. And
well, I mean, I don't know. This is just me, but since SmackDown has been floundering, as you said, I don't know. It's not. I don't look forward to it every week like I did when it was really doing
Good.
well. And like now, I think Raw is more so the A show right now.
Yeah.
Which is fine because this is better that they're at least going back and forth between
instead of one crushing the other one consistently.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Makes
it's like
sense.
when SmackDown was taped.
Well,
Nothing really was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, we should preface that with recently when it was taped.
Yes, fair enough.
Before it went live.
Yeah.
Because back in the day when it was still being taped, because it was always taped until just this year or last year.
Yeah, last year, almost a year from now.
Oh,
yeah, a year ago.
And but yeah, it was still good even though it was taped.
Yeah,
when
but
it was
I mean,
different.
Recently, like
Well,
a year and a half ago, it wasn't good.
Well, because it went back to being a recap show.
Yeah.
So
You'd have the major players on Raw, and then SmackDown would be
just
kind of,
rehashing of
basically
the same thing that happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Anyway, this episode of SmackDown Live started with AJ Styles, the newly crowned United States champion.
Yes, he wanted a house show at MSG.
Yes, he did.
Which kind of kicked myself a little bit for not going.
You know.
I was planning on going.
I was thinking about it, but
Yeah.
I never really. I'm like, I
Yeah.
just went. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah. Tickets are expensive.
So, anyway.
Yeah, because I think the last time a title changed at a house show was when
Shinsuke.
Joe
won against Finn.
Yeah.
Um,
Which before it, I don't even know.
That had probably been a very long time.
They said something like Edge.
Really?
That long ago, yeah.
Wow.
When he won, what did he win, the IC title?
I think it was the IC title
Yeah.
that happened with.
Right.
Anyway, so AJ comes out and he says that he wants to restart the United States Open Challenge.
Yeah.
And he said any WWE or any SmackDown Live superstar in the back come down and challenge him. And I was honestly expecting like Ty
Yeah.
to come out.
No, yeah, that would have made sense. Or if we got Chad Gable again.
Yeah,
or,
I was thinking maybe
or Jason
him.
Jordan this time.
Yeah. But no, it wasn't. It was Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect himself, John Cena.
Big match, John.
Yep. So he comes down, the two of them. Well, first John Cena's like, you meant anyone besides me, right?
Because obviously it was going back to their feud, and AJ would have been like, yeah, anybody but you.
Yeah, well,
you're not included in this. You're not a real superstar.
Well, I was going to say
part-timer.
The fact that AJ lost the last time that the two of them fought, and the fact
Which they did bring up.
Yeah.
That they still have unfinished business.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fact that AJ used to be heel.
Yeah.
So obviously he assumes that he's continuing his heel.
He played the heel role. That's about as far as it went.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that's John was
Yes.
being skeptical for that purpose.
Right. Which, like I said, you can kind of see that there was definitely history between the two of them. They played it very well.
Yeah. Well, the two of them are professionals, so. Yeah, Cena comes out. They're gonna have a match. It's like he asked the crowd if that's what they want to see, and apparently they agreed.
Oh yeah,
so they get a ref. I believe it was Little Nate.
Little Nate. Yep.
Coming down to the ring, and so they just
Cena
about to
was like,
ready.
get a referee out here, and we'll get this started.
Yeah. So they're about to go. The refs are about to. They do the announcement of the contenders or whatever, and then they're about to ring the bell, and then Kevin Owens' music hits.
You
Which
knew
isn't a huge
it was
surprise.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had read that the reason why Owens dropped the
I had
title
heard
was because he was hurt.
Yeah.
I guess he's not hurt.
Apparently not. I guess it was just one of the. Maybe it was just somebody's thought.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, Owens comes down. He says that you're not allowed to do this until I get my rematch.
Right. Basically, yeah.
And then he comes down to the ring, and the three of them are going back and forth. Cena called Owens the Michelin Man, which was funny.
Yeah, this was before he got in the ring.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
still
yeah.
outside the ring, yeah. Because as soon as Owens got in the ring, that's when Rusev came from behind.
And attacked John from
Yeah.
behind. And then they all started fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of just left, right?
Yeah.
I don't even remember if anyone got the upper hand at the end of it.
No, apparently Owens gave Styles a pop-up powerbomb. That's when I said, I guess he's not hurt.
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah,
I texted you,
yeah.
and then, that's right, because Rusev applied the accolade to
Oh, yeah, that's
Cena.
how it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the two of them standing
Yeah,
over
they were
them.
standing tall, right.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely a good way to open the show.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
it got the crowd into it and everything.
right.
And they teased something that could have happened that would have been fun.
Right.
Earlier, I was telling you how there's something I would like to see,
Mhm.
but they're never going to do it.
Yeah.
Should have an Iron Man match between AJ and
John
Cena
Cena.
for the U.S. title on SmackDown.
On SmackDown.
On SmackDown.
On the show that we
That would
don't
be
get.
the best SmackDown live, certainly in recent times.
Fine with me.
I'm
I'm not going to complain about that.
It wouldn't matter what else you did.
We probably do a half hour.
But if it was an hour long, it would be great.
Yeah, but
That doesn't matter.
still got to get commercials in there.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
can
like
put commercials during the match, and they have
Yes.
the split screen,
Yeah.
so they can even have falls during the commercial. That'd be cool.
That. All right, but like you said,
It's never gonna happen.
it's never going to happen.
Anyway, they come back from commercial. Shane apparently made the match. There's going to be a tag team match. Owens and Rusev against Styles and Cena. So
Yeah,
that you kind of had to figure that was going to be
absolutely.
what's going to happen.
which again, it's John Cena's back now, so
For now.
well, yeah. So putting him in a main event only helps,
Well, it's going to help ratings.
yeah.
That's what it is.
but
So-
ratings don't matter.
Yes, I know, but they still care for some reason.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
crazy old man.
All right. So up next, the Singh brothers come out, introduce Jinder Mahal.
Yes.
And
Well, this was advertised before.
Yeah. At the beginning of the show, they advertised there was going to be Ty Dillinger against Jinder Mahal. I think they said that. I guess Shane was impressed with how Ty did in the Battle Royal from last week, and so he got a non-title match against Jinder Mahal.
Yes.
And JBL was going on about how a win against Jinder would be great for Ty's career.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's stupid nonsense.
Yeah. I mean,
Theoretically speaking, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's stupid.
right. No, absolutely. It wasn't going to happen. We
Well,
knew that.
yeah, obviously. But
He's just there to say things, man. That's it.
JBL?
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't really provide any insight or any quality information.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was Ty got very little offense in.
Well, yeah, I think what they're doing is they're trying to
Build
just,
up Mahal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's two ways this match could have gone, in my opinion. Obviously, the way it went, or
An upset?
yeah, with Randy coming out.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't be so much an upset.
No, but I mean that wouldn't make Jinder necessarily look weak, but it
Yeah.
would also elevate Ty because
Because he won from help.
right, yeah.
So, any win is good. It's losses that can be skewed.
But granted, I mean, you look at it and you see the WWE champion beat him, so it wouldn't be a huge surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the what was I going to say? I think the big thing here was that Jinder won without any help from the Singh brothers.
But
because they made a point to say that at the end of the match.
Yeah, that could just be what they're doing. Too.
Yeah, they're trying to make it seem that he can handle himself going into the match where it's built so that they can't help him.
Yeah.
In the Punjabi prison match at Battleground.
Yes, that's true.
So.
And then I think he cut a promo afterward, right?
Yeah, he said. It's something
he went over his usual nonsense.
Yeah, he said something about like the people in the USA not liking him, but the people in India do.
1.3 billion people.
Yeah, and that's
basically he said he was going to bring the Punjabi prison to
SmackDown
next week.
I don't know what that
means.
And
then someone on commentary, I feel, said that we've never seen it before, or maybe it was Tom that said the first ever Punjabi prison match. There was some sort of mess up. But
I don't know. I do remember them
caught that one.
Yeah, I remember them saying that, or him saying that, which didn't make any sense. But
you gonna carry it there? What?
No.
Nah.
All right. So yeah. So up next, they showed a clip from last week's rap battle.
Yeah.
And then they said that's the reason why Xavier Woods is fighting Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
So
took those comments personally.
Yeah, I guess they needed a reason for two teams to be feuding to have a singles match.
Apparently.
That's dumb, but whatever. But yeah,
this was what it was.
Yeah, the New Day's singles matches aren't as interesting as the tag matches.
Well, both teams, I should say, the non-legal man was getting involved. I think both members of the New Day were in the ring at one point.
Yeah,
Jay was Jimmy was on the apron, and then the referee kicked out Xavier,
they both got
Kofi
booted
and
out.
Big E, and then he kicked out Jimmy too.
Yeah, the three of them I think all got booted at the same time.
So then we had an actual singles match.
Yeah,
which is pretty rare for both of them.
Yeah, well, a lot of the times even if the New Day doesn't necessarily get 100% involved, they'll be involved with the other, like your
non-competitor.
Yeah. So, but surprisingly, Xavier Woods won.
I know, it's surprising enough when he actually wrestles too.
Well, yeah, it's usually what happens is in these situations, this will be the time where the New Day loses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because it doesn't matter so much because there's no credibility because it's a singles match and they're a tag team. Division,
usually the heels do go over in these type of situations.
Yeah, so, what had happened was, Jay, whatever Uso,
he was in the match.
He went for I guess a superfly splash, whatever they want to call it.
I thought they do a frog splash, but
I think they call it frog splash. I don't know why it says superfly here, but
it's just a splash.
Yeah, he went for a frog splash. Woods got the knees up, and then somehow Jay ended up on the middle rope, and then Woods jumped from the top rope and
it was like halfway across the ring.
Yeah, he did like an elbow and he fell off onto the ropes, and then he picked up the win, which is, like we said, a little surprising.
Yep. Then we have a backstage segment with Shane. He was on his cell phone, I'm guessing, talking to Danielle Bryan. I don't know if they actually mentioned that.
Yeah, usually they try to make it obvious who they're talking to, but at the same time...
He made a point to say that no one's asked about James Ellsworth.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then Naomi comes in, I guess wants to know about...
Battleground?
Yeah. And who will be facing her. And that Carmella has the money in the bank, so she can challenge her whenever she wants, which now they're only calling it a contract. The briefcase is completely written out. They can't use the word briefcase.
Why?
I don't know their reasoning.
Well, they've always referred to it as either or.
Right, but now they can't say briefcase.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. It was supposedly one of those new things they can't say, like calling the title a belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is one of Vince's rules.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing legal they could do about the word briefcase.
No.
All right. I guess that makes sense.
Oh.
Well, no, because they want it. Because having a briefcase that has no meaning
I know
is stupid.
Yeah, no,
It makes
signifies
sense.
the meaning. Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's just like now you're changing it.
It's true.
But I guess it's because both play a major role. Not a
Mm.
major, but both play a role. So
I think it's just he thought of it now,
Yeah.
so that's why it is. That's probably what it was.
whatever.
Um,
But yeah, basically all the women come in
yeah.
sooner or later and say that they deserve to be the number one contender. And apparently at Battleground, we're going to get a Fatal 5-Way elimination match.
So this is yet another pay-per-view where the women's match is just a
Yes.
placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
So, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then they make a tag match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte against Naomi and
Tamina.
not
Natalia and Tamina.
Natalia and
Yeah.
Tamina. So, and that'll be later
was it.
on.
Yep. And then, that's when Carmella comes in and hands Shane McMahon a letter from her attorney about it was the unfair treatment of Ellsworth, I guess. So Shane reads it over, rips it up, and throws it on the ground, and
Seems fair.
Carmella screams and runs off.
Yeah, well, it seems like her thing.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Corbin interview in the back
yeah,
with
Renee Young.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
she's doing more interviews now
Mhm.
for some reason.
Every week, I feel like they do a little something to Renee to make her look a little different than previously.
Oh, yeah,
Either her
with the-
hair,
yeah.
the way it's styled, or
Well, it was the
like
one
that.
week where all of a sudden she had really long hair.
Yeah, the extensions.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Did they? Oh no! This was
Well, no. This is where Baron said that Shinsuke's not afraid of me. He should be
right.
afraid of me.
Yeah, and he's gonna show him why.
Yeah.
right, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! And then he attacked him too. Oh, that was last week. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say he didn't.
Yeah, no.
It was just an interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the match, or then
That's,
Shinsuke makes his entrance, and then Baron starts to make his entrance.
And then Shinsuke attacks him as he's making the entrance, and they
So-
fight. Did they go into the crowd? Yeah, I think they went into the crowd, didn't they? Yeah, spill into the crowd. Yep.
Yeah.
And then they go back to ringside, and then they get broken up, which is kind of weird. I mean, it doesn't happen too often
What?
where they actually have to get broken up that quick.
Yeah, I
Usually
guess
they
that's
let it.
true. They let it breathe a
Yeah.
little bit, but
Yeah.
whatever. So this match never actually
It
happens.
was like when Joe attacked Lesnar before the start of the match.
Yeah. Well, that's different though,
Because
because
it's.
a pay-per-view.
Oh, I get it, but
Yeah.
you know.
Anyway, so now there's a backstage segment with AJ and Cena.
Yeah.
The two of them are talking about how they had problems in the past, but they
gotta
have each other's
Yeah,
backs.
well, this is John saying that he has AJ's back, and then AJ said, "I've already had yours," or something like that.
Yeah, because they are they have a common enemy.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and then we have
The women's tag match, right?
yes. Actually, I liked the way this match finished.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. The match itself was pretty average in terms of quality.
Yeah, well, the heels were double teaming. I think
Mm-hmm.
they had Becky in the corner for a while.
Yeah.
And then they had gotten. Then she made the hot tag to Charlotte. And then Lana had started. No, that was before. Lana had walked up when Charlotte was.
Well, that was
Not
towards
the-
the end.
Yeah, but
Towards
she,
the end is when
but she
Lana-
wasn't legal when Lana started walking
Well,
up.
Charlotte was on the
Yeah, on the apron.
side, and Becky was getting beat up.
Because she like acknowledged her and then went back to cheering on Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what did Lana? That's when
Lana just stood there for a little while.
right, but when Charlotte went in the ring, got tagged in, she that's when Lana got up on the ropes, right?
Yeah. Charlotte had gotten Natalia down, and then
right.
and then she was distracted by Lana. Natalia tags
Tagged
into
in
Mina, but then
Charlotte thought Natalia was still the legal person. Yeah,
because when she turned around, Natalia was still laying down on the ground.
Yeah.
So she goes for the figure eight, I
yeah.
guess. And then before she can apply it, she gets kicked in the face by
Yeah,
Tamina.
Yep.
And that's how the match ended. So that was good because, they're doing different things to.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Tamina won this match.
Oh,
Elimination.
well, they seem to be trying to push different people now.
Yeah.
It's a little less little less obvious who they're going to do with these things nowadays.
Because I could see.
Also, that she's been getting booked much stronger than she had been.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Because I feel like Lana's going to cost Charlotte if they continue this at Battleground, since it's only a week from Sunday.
Maybe it's just they're going to have a feud next or something.
Right. But say it's Charlotte and Tamina in the final two, and then Lana comes out and...
Well, Lana's in the match.
Right. I'm just saying after she gets eliminated, she
maybe.
comes back out and
I
starts
guess.
something with Charlotte. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for one of the heels to be able to get a victory in this match.
I guess. Who knows?
If it was just a 5-way with no eliminations, it would make more sense. But since it's all eliminations, what are you going to have? Unless you have the final two being Becky and Charlotte.
Well, no, I would assume that Becky or Charlotte are going to be in the final two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
But it's just a matter of who.
But then, one of them going clean over, I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, the women on SmackDown is just, like you said, they've just kind of thrown them together in matches. Like this one. We got another tag team match, which I think this match happened not too long ago, too.
What?
Didn't we get a tag match between these four?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Just
thought
like
you
you
were. I thought you were moving on. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
But yeah, that
It was the same thing on Raw. It's if we don't have anything for the women to do right now, we're just gonna
Tag
throw them in a tag match.
So whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So now we are moving on. So that has a camera on Maria Kanellis. She's walking towards the men's locker room. She knocks on the door. Chad Gable comes out, and it's like, Sami Zayn in there? What do you call him?
Sammy Woo Woo or something?
Sammy.
It had to be Sammy Woo Woo.
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. It was funny.
Yeah.
And then he looks in. He's like, oh, he's not in there. And then
she just runs away.
She's like, if you see him, tell him that the first lady of SmackDown is trying to is looking for him.
Right.
And then she just storms off and leaves. They cut back from commercial, and the two of the Kanellises were sitting backstage, and Zayn comes up and says, I heard you were looking for me. And then she's like, I demand an apology. And
right.
He's
like, I apologized last week. How many times do you want me to apologize?
Yeah, exactly. And then she's like, who do you think you are? And then
Mike was just like standing there, right? And Sam's like, Mike, what do you even do? Are you a wrestler?
Are you a competitor here?
Oh, you're right. We can't use the word wrestler, right? Probably.
Yeah, probably not. So, and then Maria slaps him, and then Mike smashes him in the back.
This was a little awkward moment. Like, I feel like Mike wasn't ready yet because he made like an awkward movement and then grabbed it and just smashed him with it. Like, it just didn't seem fluid.
Yeah, he smashed him in the back with a vase. And then
Maria said, and that was brought to you by the power of love, and love hurts.
Yes. And that was it. So I guess we now know for sure that Sammy's going to feud with Mike Kanellis.
Yes.
So that'll probably be like a pre-show match or it could be main card. Who the hell knows?
Who knows?
So it depends on what they...
Yeah, what the hell?
It's certainly
maybe
not
put the Fashion Police versus the Ascension again.
It's certainly not a main card match, but they might need to put it on the main card.
We might get... Maybe the Fashion Police versus
Hype Bros? That's fine. I'm okay with that. So, up next...
that was our next segment.
Yeah. Next, there was another episode of The Fashion Files.
See how big Mojo Rawley is compared to the...
Yes, he is huge.
Yeah.
He is enormous. So...
Riding up now.
Yes. They're... This episode of The Fashion Files was sort of in the...
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Style.
Yeah.
So they have they were showing like clips kind of Walker Texas Ranger, and it said that this episode of the Fashion Files is starring Chuck Norris, and then afterwards it says not really
Chuck Norris. Yeah, so Fandango comes trotting up on one of the sticks with the horse heads on it, and he gets up to Zack Ryder, and he's like, Zack Ryder's petting the horse, and what the hell did he call it? He had a name for it.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. But What I was kind of, it would have been really funny if what they did was they had him riding the horse with head with the stick on it, and then have Fandango behind him with coconuts. That would have been great.
But yeah, Tyler Breeze had a lasso in his hand too.
Yes, it was the lasso of truth.
Yes, that's right. So at this point, I guess
that's when
Zach he gives Zack Ryder and says, "Here, put him over there," or something like that, or park him over there, and he sticks it between a ladder. And then I guess this is when Breeze comes over with the
he's like, "I'm stuck."
with the lasso, and it's wrapped around him, and Zack Ryder's like, "The hell is that?" He's like, "It's the truth lasso. Ask me anything." And then what did he say? Oh, he said,
"Do you wear a
go
bra when you go undercover?"
Of course I do. So then he helps untie him, and that's when Mojo walks in. He's like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even want to know.
What did I walk into here? And then
so they I think Fandango then said to Mojo, what were you guys doing last week or something?
Well, no, it's a coincidence that when Zack Ryder comes back, they get attacked. And their office gets destroyed.
Yes.
So
and then Mojo says, "I wouldn't do something sneaky like that or something like that." And that's when Zack goes, "Well, what about last week in the Battle Royal?"
Yeah,
and
talking about when
man, we went over this.
Well, that's because Mojo eliminated Ryder.
Yeah. It's every man for himself.
So yeah, they're kind of showing a little bit of dissension between the two of them.
Yeah.
But
and this point, he looks over and his horse is gone.
Yeah.
And then
no, because the Hypros leave, and then that's when they look over at the ladder and the horse is gone. Because they wanted to make their leave as well, and they need the horse to leave.
Obviously.
So they're like, "Oh, it must have been." So they're like, "It must have been." They both said.
One said ghosts, one said aliens,
and then the other one said. Then they switched,
and then they said ghost aliens.
Yes, of course. And then they do like to close the show. They say the Fashion Files,
Fashion X-Files.
The Fashion X-Files, and it says on the bottom, "It is not H," or something like that. It was really funny.
So you know what I've noticed throughout these little videos or whatever you want to call them, the skits they've been doing. I think if it was anybody else doing these, they would be terrible.
It's true.
Like I just feel like they
horrible segments.
Oh, they're terrible.
But
and anybody else that would have done them would have been awful.
Yeah, but they're hilarious just because of the two of them. All right. So.
I told you that they were filming more Southpaw Wrestling, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that should be fantastic.
Yeah.
Hopefully they keep the same.
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so. Why not?
Just add some more.
Yeah, they add more characters or whatever.
And up next was our main event.
Yep.
Kevin Owens and Rusev versus John Cena and the U.S. champion AJ Styles. So
another fun main event.
Yeah. After their feud, you probably wouldn't have expected to see them teaming up.
Well,
I mean,
I believe it.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the better feuds of last year.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, yes, that makes sense. But in terms of the, faces team with faces, dynamic.
Well, had John Cena maybe stuck around. Well, was AJ still a heel when they went into Elimination Chamber? Yeah, because that's when Cena had won the belt off him.
AJ turned face at WrestleMania.
Right. Oh, yeah, but after with Shane, that's right. So, do you think had Cena not been leaving, they would have kept him as a heel? Because Cena hasn't been on since WrestleMania.
I don't think the two of them are related.
No.
I think, if anything, he would have turned face at WrestleMania after a match with John Cena.
Yeah.
I think
that would have changed his whole plans, I think. Yeah.
So, because that could have been the end of their feud, and then moving forward, even if Cena didn't
That's maybe
go
when
anywhere.
we got our Iron Man match or something like that.
So, anyway, at the beginning of the match, it was John Cena against Rusev. Rusev knocks Cena down, and then he runs outside the ring and starts waving his flag around. Like, what are you doing?
It's pride,
so
man.
dumb. I know he's getting heat, but, like...
He should have been marching, too. That's what they do.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was pretty much a standard tag match. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Cena back.
Yeah, like I said, it's always exciting when he's back. The ending of the match saw, I believe John Cena pinned Owens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened was, Cena was in the ring and he was gonna hit Owens with an AA. Then Rusev comes in and hits Cena, and then AJ hits a phenomenal forearm on Rusev, and then
yeah, it was a good breakdown to the end of the match.
yeah. And then after Rusev is dealt with, Cena hits the five knuckle shuffle.
Well, yeah.
Or did he do that before
He did
Rusev?
that first, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the AJ hit Owens with the kick.
The Pele kick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And then he hits him with the AA for the win. So it's always exciting to see John Cena. I know people say that he's got the same boring moves, but
but sometimes it just needs that injection of
exactly. It's not a boring. Like, honestly, with Finn Balor, like, it's gotten to the point where his ending of the match is boring.
Oh, because it's the same thing over and over.
Whereas with John Cena's, it feels like his thing gets the crowd energized, kind of like the People's Elbow,
right?
Where it's a horrendously bad move.
Yeah,
but it's
people are into it.
There's fan interaction.
Yeah.
So that's what he does with the five knuckle shuffle.
Did they announced the match for Nakamura and
Baron Corbin? Yeah, they announced that was going to happen at Battleground. They announced that Cena is going to. Well, that was last week.
Flag match.
This week they announced the rematch between Owens and AJ.
Yeah.
So I think they took the match down off the website just because they were switching the.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
the graphic for it.
Yeah,
I heard some weird rumors that, like, SummerSlam, there was talk that Corbin and Nakamura were going to fight, but for the contract.
It's possible.
Yeah. This
Would
never
make
happened
sense
before, right?
It has.
Oh, has it?
Edge beat Mr. Kennedy for the Money in the Bank title.
Okay.
Briefcase. That was why Edge cashed in twice with only winning one match.
Okay.
Because Mr. Kennedy got hurt. He was only out for like a month when they thought he was going to be out for like 8 months.
Oh, wow.
So
like Braun.
So that's why they took the briefcase off of him. He came back and did absolutely nothing until he left.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't wrestle, so.
Well, he got yelled at by Randy Orton. So anyway,
he wants TNA.
It's true. This at the end of this match, the two of them were standing in the middle of the ring, and it kind of looked like they were both sizing each other up.
They had one eye on the other person.
Yeah, we're talking about Cena and Styles, obviously. And then John, he grabs AJ's arm, lifts it, and then the two of them celebrate.
Yeah, they each went to their corner and on the turnbuckle.
And that was how the show ended.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this isn't going to be the end of Cena Styles. Which,
like I said, I'm a big John Cena
Well,
fan.
I mean, this is a little different than, say, Cena coming in and all of a sudden challenging Mahal.
Yeah, that would be bad. Well, it wouldn't be bad. It just wouldn't be as interesting. Because I like the fact...
Well, I think that's what angered people when he came back.
Is that every time he was fighting for the title?
Well, with AJ, it was right away. He was just able to...
I honestly thought that was better, though, because there was backstory there.
No. I'm just saying that's what there was a lot of resentment from the fans.
Yeah, but I think also at the same time, John Cena does have the right to challenge anybody.
Sure.
It's true. It's just like Brock Lesnar. Why was he able to... Well, I guess his Goldberg thing kind of just coincidentally involved with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But if that Goldberg thing never happened, who's to say that Lesnar couldn't have come back and fought Owens for the title and beat him?
We did at the house show, right? Didn't Owens fight?
We did, but Owens won.
Oh, he beat Lesnar at the...
Well, he didn't beat him. It was either not for the title or he won by DQ.
No,
one or the other.
I thought it was for the title.
If it was for the title, Owens won by DQ or something.
Well, that wouldn't make sense.
He had the title. He can't lose it.
Yeah, Lesnar won by DQ.
But yeah, I know. I'm just saying he didn't lose the title.
I gotcha.
But like I said, there's no Lesnar just shows up and he does it. You know what I mean? Triple H just showed up and he got the title.
Yeah, I know.
So, of all the people who could do that, Randy Orton did it.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? And that happened a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, I think John Cena, of all of them, is technically the one who has the most right to do it. So.
Very good.
Anyway.
So, yeah.
That was SmackDown.
This has been our SmackDown review.
If you liked what you saw here, please like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.